Holy moly, now this is truly the classic Nerf blaster. Hello, what is up guys, I'm your host Gordon and welcome to another one of my videos. What I got over here is truly amazing, man. This is definitely the most classic Nerf blaster that I ever get myself on this channel. So this over here is a Nerf Swarmfire. How cool is that? Of course, this is all thanks to one of my viewers for borrowing me for today's review. Thank you, Tom Liu. Thank you so much for borrowing me one of your prized possession, man. Okay, first look at the blaster. As you can see, the aesthetic of the blasters definitely looks like something really out of space, man. It looks like one of those alien pulse rifle that will shoot out like flying drones or something like that. Really like the color scheme, really like the yellow and the black and the combination of blue over here. And holy moly, the moment you hold the blaster on hand, there's definitely some weight to it, man. And of course, the build quality of this blaster is magnificent. I mean, the plastic quality of these old blaster is so good, way surpassing all of Nerf's current lineup. I mean, there's like minimum plastic squeaking noise over here. This over here is not a flywheel blaster, it's more of like a AEG or a AEB style blaster, just like the Stampede over here. And this is a full auto blaster without a mag. And how do they execute the full auto function? As you can see, there's like tons of holes in front of the blast over here. This is what it did. There's like two rows of darts over here. They fire the bottom dart and then they fire the top and then they fire the bottom and then they fire the top again. This is how they execute the full auto. I mean, the motor sound of this blaster is kind of loud. I mean, every time when you release the trigger, there's like this funny like retracting motor sound over here. Not sure how it works inside, but it kind of sounds cool though. And in terms of firing mode, we don't really have single fire, only full auto. The rate of fire is a little slow, but understandable because this is a very old blaster. There's like an on-off switch at the top of the blaster. You just push it up to turn it off and then you push it down to turn it on. Technically, you can call this a safety as well. The angular grip of the blaster is rather odd. I wouldn't say that it is a very comfortable grip, but it is big enough to hold my hand. The buttstock of the blaster to me is a little bit too short, it's a little tight, and then the front of the blaster over here is very girthy. I mean, take a look at that. It's really hard to get a hold of this blaster over here when you try to aim. It does not even comes with iron sight. Aiming this blaster is like eyeballing your target. There's absolutely no PKT rail on top of the blaster for your scope of choice, nothing at all, no grip or whatsoever. Being a old Nerf electric power blaster, this blaster actually needs like 6 C batteries. I mean, 6 C batteries, that's some heavy weights over there. And you know what? C batteries is actually pretty hard to find. So what I did over here is a little bit of a Frankenstein technique, is to just somehow slot in a mini Tamiya connector and then connect it to a 7.42S LiPo, and then we call it a day. A pretty common mod if you have something like a Rapid Strike. I don't really have the courage to put in a 3S LiPo because there's a risk of like burning the wire or something like that. We don't want to put too much stress on the motor as well. So I guess that's all of the quirks and features of this blaster. This is definitely one of the most simple blasters in this channel. So of course, without further ado, let us go test the blaster out. Okay, we are back, guys. So the performance of the blaster is actually surprisingly good given that this is a very old blaster. The blaster can actually fire from 68 FPS all the way to 73 FPS. This is definitely a Nerf Elite standard kind of a performance. The accuracy of the blaster, I would say it is surprisingly accurate if you try to fire it around like 5 to 6 meters. If you want to go further, some arcing might require it. Operating this blaster so far, I did not encounter any jams except that sometimes, only sometimes, it will skip a couple of darts. I wouldn't consider that a jam though. Build quality, So far so good. Absolutely no performance drop at all. Just that even though that this blaster didn't really use like 6C battery, it is still a little bit of a front heavy. And will this blaster pass us the wall test? And the answer is a big yes. This blaster looks extremely nice. Definitely I would want to add one of these in my collection if I can get something like a used one. I mean, the yellow on this blaster is excellent. I mean, that yellow kind of looks like one of those Lamborghini yellow. So yep, I guess that's all for today, guys. Thank you, Tom Liu, for borrowing me one of these classic blasters. So yep, if you guys like this video, feel free to smash the like button. And I will be posting video every Saturday, maybe once in a while on Wednesday. So do remember to click on the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. So yep, Gordon's checking out, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Yadios, guys!